question. Well, I had a question I was going to ask, but now I'm tempted to ask what your favorite Pokemon is.
I only know one Pokemon by name. I know one.
Oh, come to my house.
Okay, I have a question. So, is it true that Pokemon can only say their own name?
True. Are you lying about that? I had to give Cassie a little Pokemon lecture the other day because she didn't know anything, and I used to edit Pokemon books, so I know quite a bit. But I will spare you. But yes, that is true, except for Meow. As I'm sure we all know.
I love Meow. She's rocket. I don't know what's going on.
You don't want to.
Okay, that's my actual question, but if you prefer not to answer it, you can feel free to name your favorite Pokemon. Since it's just us in this room and there's nobody filming it or taking off that might get out, I would like to know if any of you have ever been arrested.
The only reason I know that is because I was changing channels one day and I was like, this little monster came on and was like, and I was like, what is this show? What is this show? And someone's like, it's Pokemon, and that's it. That's the extent of my knowledge. But
wait, you have to tell the follow-up to that story, though. That's the best part.
Oh, right. That I later met the woman who did the voice for that. She's like, I do that.
Seriously, you met her?
Yeah.
I love Jigglypuff.
Question.
I've never been arrested, but I might be. I have never been arrested, but that doesn't mean I never should have been arrested. We'll just leave it at that.
I've never been arrested. I think the closest I've come to being arrested, it was when I was doing research for my first book, which is called City of Bones, and I was like exploring Manhattan, doing that, urban exploration thing, going to places that people don't normally go, and there's a abandoned hospital on the south side of Roosevelt Island, which is just off the coast of Manhattan, and I made my friend Holly Black, I don't know who she is, she wrote Ties and Spider Chronicles, come with me to help, because she had a car. I don't have a car. And she had a camera, and I didn't have a camera. So we drove to the south part of the island, and we got out of the car, and then we realized there's a big fence around the hospital, but I wanted to get closer to it so we could take photos, so she was like, I don't know if we're really supposed to go there, and I was like, oh, I'm sure it's fine, nobody's going to care, so we push through the fence, and we get up close to the hospital, we're taking pictures, and then the police come, of course, and they're like, what are you doing here? And Holly, without even saying anything to me, starts running. She was like, running, and she's like in the distance, disappearing over a hill, and I was like, I can't believe she just left me here, and she said something before she ran off, like, I've got a movie coming out, I can't get arrested. So I was just like, and they're like, what are you doing here? I think most of the people go there and do, unethical things, and I was like, I'm just trying to take pictures of your research for a book, and they're like, oh, like a history of Manhattan, and I was like, no, it's a book about demons, and they were like, yeah, off the property. I did, I got Holly in the car.
I have never been arrested. I've never been arrested. There were two times it got pretty close. One is a very good story that will not be told here today. And the other is a story that sounds more exciting than it is, because where I went to school in Delaware, and the Ku Klux Klan, believe it or not, had a big outpost down the road, and they wanted to come march through the college town, and we did not like this, but they got their permit. So they brought in like 10 million riot police. Seriously, it was all the way down the street, all these riot police. And I lived right on the corner where they were marching, and I was like, come on, we're gonna go, stop the Klan! I'm big, and stop, 100 crazy racists, and 100 crazy neo-Nazis behind them, because that's the kind of person I am. And it was all much, and basically everyone in the town was just ignoring them, because they're the Klan, and no one wants to see them, but we went out and we were like, no! And then they had a plastic riot fence up, and they had a riot policeman every 10 feet, and I'm like, let's jump the fence! And my friend and I were like, yeah! He ran the street, jumped the fence, and the police were like, can you please get back over the fence? No! I'm going to stop the Klan by sitting in the road! And the road is 5 feet wide. And like, please get back over the fence, or we'll arrest you. And I got back over the fence. And then we ran out and we're gonna throw snowballs at them. So we threw snowballs at some neo-Nazis, and they chased us, and we ran and we hid behind a Pizza Hut. So now that that we've done that, we have brought with us, for no reason that we can explain, a selection of exciting, incredibly random prizes that now you can win. And everybody get out your prizes, and maybe we'll just set them down here. And you can also win Cassie. Now you're looking at this selection and stuff, and you're thinking, how can these things be mine? How can I get these things? And here's how you do it. We're going to ask people, now we are the panel, we're going to ask people to ask us a trivia question about YA. Could be any YA book, including our own, and the first person to see which one of us can get the answer the quickest. So we're asking you to ask us some questions about YA, and if you, and then you just get a prize, basically.
We can answer your question.
If we can answer your question.
Well, wait, if we can't answer
We
the question,
can't answer
we
it,
should also
we
get
can.
a
You know what, you get a prize no matter what. So just ask a question.
We're